you've been in the business for a while now. How would you describe the current state of independent film as opposed to when you started?
It's it's interesting because when I started, it was all also in transition, right? So I remember when people talked about YouTube and YouTube is gonna destroy the movie business, and it was like this exciting thing. And I remember when we hit the great recession or whatever you want to call it in 2007, and the DVD market completely collapsed. And of course, the growth of Netflix. So it seems like there is every 10 years or so something that people think like, well, this is going to destroy or this. But in the end of the day, it's always an evolving business. And like technology, it's changing in an increasing way. So it's a matter of being adaptable and flexible and seeing where you can bring value. So the situation right now is very different as when I started the business about, less than 20 years ago. But the idea that there is audience that consume content and there is need for content and there is a supply chain to get, from dollars invested to pixels on a screen, or if it's a film in a theater, that haven't changed, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just the player within it. So the situation right now, what the conversation is definitely around the pandemic that's accelerated the move from SVOD to AVOD. It's still platforms that require content. We still need to have people to make content. It creates a situation now where we have more streamers that they need more content. On the other hand, everybody's putting a mood around their own libraries or buying different libraries, like Amazon buying MGM. So it's just a matter of knowing how to navigate it. So the good thing is that for me, if I have a rom-com that is target audience, female Generation Z, there is a lot of places I can go to right now. I can go to, I can still go to Hallmark. I can go to Netflix. I can go to Hulu. I can go to Amazon. I can, if it's raunchy enough or edgy enough, I can go to HBO. I can go to Freeform. Now, yes, both Hulu and Disney and Freeform all the same thing, but at least you have these options, right? So you have more buyers that can buy on that level. Mm-hmm. It's obviously also means that it's more of an insider game, but it's always been an insider game. It's been an insider game since the days of the 5 networks. It's been, it's always in the studios, it's always been a situation like this. And I think that in our business, because there is not a lot of barriers to entry to say that you're in a business, there's maybe barriers to entry to direct Avengers, but there's not barriers of entry to say that you're a YouTube channel or a yep. a filmmaker, a writer, a director. There is a lot of people that maybe don't understand or lack the view of this as an industry. But in the end of the day, if you want to be in insurance, you have a lot more barriers to entry too. If you want to be in banking, if you want to be in really anything, it's not like you can just decide today that you're a coal miner and you want to open your own mine. Like maybe you can go and apply for a job, but you know what? You can go apply for a job as a PA too. The only difference is that people in our business complain that they cannot apply for a job as a CEO. Now we cannot finish getting your MBA and just think that you're going to be the CEO of Bank of America the next day. But for some reason, we do think like that in the movie business. We're like, well, I went to AFI, so now I need to direct a $10 million movie. It's like, it doesn't really work like that in any other industry. So why does it need to be working like that necessarily in the movie industry? And again, I think that when people are going to have people that look at it as a career and looking 20 years down the road and not just like, here is the script that I want to make and just looking, 2 weeks ahead. they can actually come up with a plan and come up with the steps that they need to get there and build a network and build a resume, build their experience, build their skill set to get to where they want to be in 5, 10, 15, 20 years, as opposed to I had an idea for a zombie movie and I'm just going to beat the doors again and again and again just for that script.